All right. Welcome to your practice. I guess just for the recording as well, you'll be using a strap today during your practice. So you can have that ready in addition to blocks or cushions that you might use for class. Strap ready. Let's take a moment to get centered. Taking a seat on your mat. Cross-legged, you sit a little up on something if that feels good to you. Start by breathing in and out through the nose. We're starting to become aware and notice the body. We're trying to become sensitive to the body, to feel moment to moment. And trust in this innate knowing to move the poses, to exist in the postures in a way that creates greater ease and calmness in the mind and releases tension in the physical form. A few more deep breaths. When you breathe in, try to notice if you're creating any tension in your chest or your neck or shoulders. And just see if you can breathe without making that tension when you inhale. The pulling in of air could be very effortless, if there's no undue strain happening. Good. Let's start with some strap work. This will, Kathy, kind of help assess what's feeling difficult in the mobility of the hips. So you can lay back and maybe put a little prop under your head if it feels good. If you don't have a strap, you could use like a towel or a belt. Belt works really well. I guess if you have a rope, you could use a rope. Yeah. So you can start with the knees bent and the feet flat on the floor. It's a little more moderate this way, but you'll still get plenty of action available. So you're going to hook the strap over the arch of the foot or the ball of the foot, kind of whatever feels right. And don't go too far into the stretch yet. You're just going to kind of bring the leg up, hold each end of the strap, and take a moment to kind of pull with each hand and notice how it rotates the ankle joint. That when you pull with the left hand and then you pull with the right hand, the foot is turning. What we want to do is we want to kind of pull a little more with the outside hand. So leave it to your left leg so that your left hand is pulling down a little bit more. Kind of square your foot. Square your foot. And now try to like pull down with both hands like you're seating your leg. You're drawing the leg bone into the hip joint. And gently pull a little more with that outside hand. Good. Now from the leg joint itself, turn the left heel out just a half an inch or less. From the leg joint itself, just turn the heel out a quarter inch. And then pull the leg any deeper overhead and release. Very good. Relax a moment. Relax your hands. And let's try the second side. So, same part of the foot as the first side. Got the right leg in the air. Don't go too deep into the stretch yet. I want to work on the joint a little bit here. So you're out of the stretch a little bit, and you're kind of just pulling with the right hand and then the left hand back and forth, seeing how it rotates the ankle joint. Just sort of learning, getting familiar with the mobility of your ankle joint. Okay. Over, pull a little bit more, like 60-40 or 70-30 with the right hand. So the pinky edge gets closer. Good. Make sure your foot is square. Once you've established that, you've anchored your leg. Rotate the right heel a little bit outward because you turned the leg bone at the hip. Now pull the leg any further overhead. And release the effort. So let's go back to our first side. Let's see if you can remember some of the tips that we did on the first round. Helps to keep your arms straight here. And now, once you've sort of toned the outer edge of your foot, you've internally rotated the leg. Gently take your leg like a windshield wiper. A little bit, maybe 6 inches, maybe 12 inches out to the left. This is the first side, left leg's in the air. That might be enough. If both hips are still on the ground, you might go a little bit more than 12 inches. Come back up to center. And now start to retone the foot and the heel. And take the foot windshield wiper the other direction. Keep pulling with that left hand. Just notice where the edge is, where both hips are still on the ground. Back to center. Take the foot any further overhead. And then release the posture. Last round. Put the foot, strap on the right foot, second side. And draw the outer edge down. And internally rotate the foot just a little bit. Now maybe 6 to 12 inches. Take that leg like a windshield wiper wide to the right. Breathe. Just pay attention. Listen to the body. Noticing what's happening in the joint, the muscles. Not just thinking about the external form. Bring the leg across the midline now. Stay engaged with that outer edge of the foot. Back to center. Complete the stretch in a way that feels good to your leg. And then release. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall apart. Take a few deep breaths, let the inner thighs stretch. Noticing any tension, noticing the balance between the two hips. It's not just the shape that you're creating, but it's the ability for your mind to be sensitive to the sensations in the joint, in the muscle. Good. Bring the knees back up. And you're just going to lift the leg, no hands, no strap. Just lift the left leg into the air. And we're going to take a few deep breaths, slowly lowering the left leg down. Maybe till the heel's about 6 inches off the ground. And then inhale, bring the leg back up any amount. And then slowly lower the leg until it's about 6 inches off the ground. Inhale, bring the leg all the way back up. One more time, slowly lower down. And then bend the knee and place the foot on the floor. Bring the right leg up in the air, any mount. And then slowly, maybe taking a few deep breaths until the right heel is about 6 inches off the ground. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, much slower. We lower the leg much slower than we lift it. Inhale, lift up. Last round. And then bend the knees so the foot is flat on the floor. Step the feet as wide as the yoga mat. And drop the left knee in. With the left knee in, walk your left foot, wide. So it's actually off the mat. And see if the knee can get a little lower. Maybe walk the foot again a little wider. And see if the knee gets a little lower. Don't push it, just kind of let gravity do the work. The right knee is kind of floating in the air still, if it can. Good. Walk the foot back in to its starting position. And then bring the knee back up. Let's drop the right knee in to the midline, so it's kind of hanging there. Left knee is kind of floating, still trying to be in its upright shape. And then walk your right foot a little wider off the mat. And let gravity do some work on the right knee. Maybe walk the foot a little wider again. It's okay if you're already at your edge. Just keep being in that place. If you're past your edge, back out. Just let gravity do the work on that knee. Opening up the outer hip. And walk the foot back in so it's safe to bring the knee back up. Good. Bring both legs in the air. You can put your arms in the air. And now you're going to lower your feet as low as you can without letting your back arch. You can have your knees a little bent. Inhale, bring the legs up. Lower the legs as low as you can without letting your back arch. Whole back is on the mat. Inhale, back up. Last round. Inhale, back up. Take the legs apart. Bring them towards each other. Take the legs apart. Towards each other. Last time. Good. And then, however you'd like, but maybe rock and roll yourself up to seated. Good job. Let's come to tabletop pose, hands and knees. We're going to practice cat and cow today, as though we were cats and cows. So the cat pose is active. We're going to hold each pose. You're going to tuck your toes. And you're going to push your hands down. When a cat does this, they're actively engaging their muscle and tendon. So you're pushing down on the floor with your toes, with your hands. You're trying to push the ground away and kind of puff and fill your back ribs. You should feel like a muscular action, as though the shoulder blades were lengthening and the front body is hollowing through that pushing action. Breathe. And now the cow just hangs in its joints. So keep your arms straight and let your chest and your ribs hang. So your spine and ribs are just suspended. They're trying to collapse into the floor, but your hips and shoulders won't let them. This is the cow pose. Just be there. Let gravity. The cows don't work hard. They let gravity do the work. Cats, on the other hand, push. Activate your muscles. Activate. You should be pushing so much, it almost feels like your knees could come off the ground. Your muscles are active, but keep breathing. Good. Go back to cow pose. Hang in your joints. No effort. Gravity's in charge. I just live on a pasture and eat grass. I have no problems. Just letting my joints hold me up. And the cat, push with your hands, push with your knees and paws. The cat is like a ninja, ready for a fight. The cat is like Bruce Lee, actively engaging, ready to pounce or leap or swipe. And then cow, hanging in its joints. No effort, elbow straight, arms super straight. Yeah, cows don't bend their joints. Relax. And let's go downward facing dog. Breathe, long breaths. Pull the hip bones back, away from your hands. Then walk the feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Good. Take your arm palms to face front. Shift into your right foot. And come up on the left tiptoe. Try to push straight down through your left foot. Sorry. Try to push straight down through your right foot. And then inhale, lift your left knee and touch it back down. Inhale, lift the knee and touch back down. Use your arms to tone your shoulders. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale down. Doesn't matter how high you lift it. Just try to stay steady. Let's work, open the psoas, tone the psoas. Good. On this next one, you're gonna lift, and then you're gonna step back into high lunge pose. Lift your arms into the sky. Breathe here. Now squeeze your legs towards each other like there was a little tiny wall in between underneath you, and you were hugging the midline. You were hugging that little tiny wall with the inseams of your legs. You're squeezing that inner wall there. And as you do that, push your hips down and out through your feet. Good. Step back to mountain pose, or step forward to mountain pose. Take the palms, turn them forwards. This opens the shoulders, broaden across your collarbones. You're gonna put the weight in your left foot. Anchor down through the four corners of the left foot. And come up on right tiptoe. A few rounds, you're gonna inhale, lift up, nice and slow. Exhale, touch the toe back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. I can notice this leg is much weaker at lifting than my right side. Good to be observant. This last one, you're going to lift up and then send that leg back. High lunge is where the heel is up, or you can do warrior one if that's better for your body. You're going to squeeze the midline with the inseams of your legs. As you squeeze the midline with the inseams of your legs, push your hips down and out through your feet. Breathing in high lunge. Good. Step to the front of your mat, mountain pose. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Got blocks, you put them at the front. Inhale, flat back pose. Let's hold flat back pose. If you've got something to push on, push with your hands. Push with your feet. As you push with your hands and feet, kind of fold or roll your belly muscles up towards your spine. Stabilizing the back. And just gently bend one knee and then the other. Little tiny micro bends, alternating. Getting a little deeper into the outer hamstring stretch, calf stretch this way. Little tiny work of the alternating knees in flat back pose. Good. Release the spine. Hands to the earth and step back into plank pose. I'm going to hold that for 3 breath counts. Inhale. And exhale. 2. And 3. Knees touch the ground first, and then lower to the earth. Relax the body. Point your toes fervently, sending the toes' energy towards the back of the room. As you point the toes, maybe you feel a little cramping in the toes. You're pointing so much. Inhale, peel up. And then release. Relax the toes. You can tuck them. Once again, go back to pointing them, shooting the toes towards the back of the room. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, release. Position the right arm under your shoulders. Reach back and hold your foot. If you can't hold your foot, go ahead and grab your strap and loop the strap over the foot. Reach, extend your knee. So you're holding your left foot, extend your knee back, away from the body. You're just, it might not move at all, but you're just thinking about reaching it that way. And slowly bring the foot and hand towards the outer hip. Keep reaching that knee away from the body, trying to keep the knees close together as you do this. And release. Let's prop ourselves up on our left forearm. Reach back with our right hand to hold our right foot. And as you work the foot and hand towards the outer hip, reach the right knee back. Breathe. Keep breathing. And think about keeping the knees closer together as you reach the knee away towards the back of the mat. And relax. Good. Let's press up and back to our tabletop. Revisit our cat and our cow. Push the hands down. Push the feet down. So you're that active cat, broadening the shoulders, broadening the back muscles. Breathe in. Bend out, keeping the active ninja cat. Good, melt it. Release the effort, completely become a cow, grazing in a pasture, just supporting in its joints, the shoulders and the hips. The spine just hangs and suspends there. Keep straight arms, very straight arms. There's almost like the shoulders are sort of melting, and the shoulders drop towards each other and towards the ceiling. There's the head of the arm bone, where the arm meets the shoulders, going up and in, just through gravity. Good. Activate ninja cat, pushing down with the legs and the hands, rounding fully. Breathe to activate. Strong posture. And one more time back to our cow. Hanging in the joints. Letting nature and gravity do the work. Good. Downward facing dog pose. Walk it to the front of your mat. Position yourself over the feet. Your hands are free. And then inhale, come up. Hands to heart. Open the arms out. Shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale, lift up the left knee. Touch the toe down. Inhale, lift up. Touch the toe down. Inhale, there's one more challenge. You don't let the toe touch the ground. You just balance the whole time. Inhale, lift up. Number 4, keep the front bottom leg straight. Inhale, number 5. And then exhale, step back, slow as you can, long as you can. Warrior one. I'm sorry, or high lunge, either way. Squeeze the inseam of the legs together to give yourself a little boost. Tone the pelvic floor, tone the hips this way by squeezing the hips in. And stretch up through your crown and fingertips. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Pivot that back heel out, warrior two pose. Front leg stays the same. Stretch out. Stretch out, rolling that back thigh back. Reach out through your fingers and shoulders. Stretching, lifting up through the left inner thigh. Push down through the left foot. And swoop the back hand forward. Step both feet forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And open the palms out, starting shape. Good, great. Shift your weight into your left foot. All four corners of the foot, root down. As you come up on your right tiptoe, you keep the foot in the air the whole time as you lift and lower, or touch back down. Do 5 rounds. Inhale up, exhale down. Up, breathe, down. Up, down. Keep the foot relaxed, both feet. Up, down. Uh-oh, is that 4 or is that 3? Up, down. 1 more. Up, and then as far back as you can step it, as slow as you can go. High lunge or warrior one. Good. Hug the legs towards the midline. Squeeze the hips into each other as you stretch up through your crown and fingertips. Breathe here. Keep squeezing the energy toward the center line and then up. Keeping that front knee nice and bent, back leg straight. Good. Pivot the back heel, warrior two. Arms out wide like a surfer. Stretch out from the collarbones and the fingertips. Roll the outer right thigh back and push down through the foot. Breathe in your warrior two. Good. Swoop that back arm forward and step to the front of your mat. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bow forward. Find the blocks. Push down on the blocks or down on the floor, down your shins, whatever you have, and flat back pose, lifting up through your spine and reach through your crown. Try to push down through both your hands and your feet. So that pushing down action helps tone the core and lifts the spine up towards parallel. Breathe long and slow. Weave the belly muscles up into the spine. Keep breathing, stay active. The only way to stay active, the only way to not get lost in your mind, to get wandering off in thoughts with these kind of long holds, is to be present for the sensation, to enjoy the sensation, to not exacerbate the stretch. Good. Bend your knees, hands down, step back, plank pose. 3 counts. 1, 2, and 3. Let's come down to the knee, and then slowly lower down to the belly. Inhale, cobra, point those toes, shoot those toes straight back behind you as you peel up. Draw the elbows back and in, draw shoulders back and down. Release. Inhale, peel up. Shoot those toes back. Back and down. Bend your knees so your toes point towards the sky. Inhale, push the thighs down and lift up, we call it mermaid. It's like upward dog on your knees. Roll the shoulder blades away from the ears as you push down through your hands. Dream of letting your crown touch your soles of your feet. Good. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Feet to the floor, send the hips back. As you send the hips back, keep the hands pressing down as you fill the back ribs. Inhale, come forward to tabletop pose. Active cat, kitty cat. Press down with the legs and the arms. Fill in the back body. It's an active tone. You feel like Bruce Lee, like a ninja cat ready to leap. And then soften. Enter the cow. Enter the empty mind of a grazing cow. Hang your spine. Arms straight. Good. Work those elbows. Many of us want to bend our elbows but the cow can't hold itself up with bent elbows. Gotta keep straight joints. Active cat. Active cat. Breathe, folks. Empty cow. Straight elbows. Hang in the joints. Don't think about what you know about the pose. Just try to almost embody the cow. Hang your ribs and spine in the shoulders. Good. Downward facing dog. Walk it forward. Balance over your feet. Inhale to come up. Interlock the hands behind the head. If this hurts, just do a wide field goal post type shape. And turn your head to the left. Tilt the body to the left. Keep the head turned, tilt the body to the right. Center yourself and turn the head the other direction. Tilt the body to the right. Tilt the body to the left. Inhale, back up. Release the arms as you bend your knees, chair pose. Touch the fingertips to the outer knee. Press the fingertips against the outer knee as you breathe and hold the pose. Inhale, rise up. Look up if you can, lengthen the chin, lengthen the throat. You can start to send the fingertips or the gaze back behind you slightly if it's available. Exhale, bow. Turn the inner thigh bones in as you do it. Heel toe the feet wider apart until they're mat distance apart. Covering the outer edge of the mat with your pinky edge of your foot. Push down in your flat back pose through your feet and through your hands. Keep that activeness and then bend one knee and then the other, nice and slow. Alternating, trying to open the stretch of the outer back leg. Good. Turn just the heels in as you bend your knees into squat pose. Push down through your legs. Inhale, come up. Reach the arms up high in the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pivot those heels back out so the feet are parallel. Stretch your arms out in a T. Pull back on the T so your collarbones broaden. Good. Twist to your left. Look straight back over the left fingers. Notice if your knees turned. Really the hips maybe turn just a little bit. Mostly it's the waistline. Good. Drop the arms, come back to center. Inhale, arms to heart center. Exhale, open the arms again. Twist to the second side. Breathe and look out over the back hand, right hand. Twist mainly from the waistline. Drop the arms down, come back to center. Inhale, hands to heart. Bend your knees. Slide the right foot back. Warrior two stance. Right toes are on the right edge of the mat. Left foot's on the left edge of the mat. Pushing into it. It's like a kind of a warrior one, warrior two cross because it's nice and wide. Breathe here. Good. Straighten your front leg. And slide your left hand down your left leg. Press down on your shin or on your ankle. And rotate your rib cage. And look over the right shoulder. Triangle. Push down with the feet. Not away with the feet. Think about pushing down with the feet. Not away with the feet. Feet want to slide apart. Just go straight down. Good. Bend your front knee and hook the left elbow on top of the knee. Keep pushing through the front knee, aiming the front knee towards the pinky toe. Breathe. Good. Take your right hand, push it down onto the floor or onto a block adjacent from your left foot. Just center your torso for now. Slowly pivot on the back big toe so the heel's in the sky. Lift up through the back thigh. Lift up through your back thigh as you send your your left arm skywards. Twist your lunge. Push out through the front knee as you lift your back thigh. Good. Send that top arm, reach it to the front of the room, front of the mat. Long stretch from your left fingers to your right heel. Good. Drop your back knee, drop your left hand inside left shin. And start to lower your torso a little bit. Keep breathing. Push down through the floor or the blocks and try to step back to plank pose in one motion. Downward facing dog pose. Walk it to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Heel toe the feet mindfully so you're covering the outer edges of the mat. Balance over your feet. Inhale, rise up. Good. Slide the left toes back, covering the left edge of the mat. So it's like a warrior 2, warrior 1 blend hybrid. Open the arms, warrior 2. Just check your distance. Your right edge of your foot should cover the right edge of your mat. Good. Straighten the front leg. Put the right hand on the shin. Triangle pose. Push down through your feet. You're going to want to try to slide energetically away from each other. Push down through your feet as you turn your ribs and turn your gaze skyward. Keep breathing. Building your inner sensitivity. Slow classes, quiet classes, detail-oriented classes. The only way they can be sustained is if you can pay attention to the sensation, to the nuance. It can't be felt when things are too noisy and loud and fast. They can only be appreciated in the quiet. And so you have to train the mind to feel at that subtle level. Bend the knee, perch the elbow on the knee, side angle shape. Push through your front knee. With the blocker on the floor, take your left hand adjacent to the right foot. Pivot the back heel up on the big toe and you're into a twisted lunge. So pushing out through both knees, or I guess the back leg, back heel and front knee. Good. Stretch that top arm forward. Drop the back knee down. Put your hands on blocks or on the mat. Just kind of hang in this deep hip opener. One motion with your hands down so you can step back to plank pose. 3, 2, 1. Knees and slow push up all the way down. Point the toes straight back. Inhale, peel up, cobra. Exhale, release. Rotate the thigh bones in a little bit as you point the toes back. Inhale, peel up, cobra. Exhale, release. Reach from your pelvis back through your toes. Inhale, cobra. Press through your palms in such a way that your shoulder blades hug against your ribs. Keep hugging your shoulder blades against your ribs as you push the arms straighter. Coming up any higher that feels good to your body. And child's posture. Long, slow, fluid breath. Conscious of the breath. Become conscious of the inner felt experience. Inhale back to tabletop. Active cat. Push with the hands, push with the legs. Don't forget the legs. Maybe let those knees get lighter. You curl and broaden the musculature into your back. And then cow. Empty and spacious. Passive in the strength of the joints. Supported. The cat, active and alert, awake and engaged. Feeling the organs benefiting from this tone and hug, and the diaphragmatic breathing in the back of the kidney area. And hanging like the cow, empty and passive, quiet and alert. Downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward. Balancing over your feet. Inhale, rise up. Lift the arms up. And bring your hands to heart. Full balancing sets. You may be using the wall if you prefer. Shift into the right foot and anchor through the four corners of the feet. The wall will be on your left. Bring up the left foot into a tree posture. Find the quiet breath. Extend the arms out in the downward Christmas tree shape, pine tree shape. You open across your collarbones and lift up through your crown. Breathe here. Keep breathing. Exhale, transition, putting down through the left foot. Fork of the foot might spin, so they're using the other side for the wall. And bring up the right knee. Tree pose. Quiet alertness in the mind. Watchful. Learning to appreciate just being in the body. Noticing. Just enough noticing. Then the mind spends the rest of its energy being empty, being free, looking at spaciousness. The only way to deal with these long holds is to learn to appreciate a quiet mind. Release the leg. Find your strap. So you're going to use the wall. You will face to the side again. Let's see here. You're going to step the left foot on the strap. If you're not using the wall, each hand is going to have a strap. If you are using the wall, the right side uses the wall, and the left hand holds both ends of the strap. So, version 1, you pull on the strap with your hand. You kind of use your biceps, keep the leg straight, and just pull to lift the leg as high as it'll go, straight out in front. If it's available, it's not easy, you can lose your balance. Walk your hands down the strap so the arms get straight. And lean back. Like pull with the strap to anchor the leg bone into the hip joint. And pull the pinky edge of the foot way back from the beginning of class. Pull the pinky edge side a little more if it's available. Good. Slowly let the strap out and come back down. Good. Spinning to use the other side of the wall. Use your biceps. You got to pull with the strap. The leg barely does any work. You're just kind of caught in the net of the strap to lift the leg. Then you can walk the hands down. Yep. You can see why this leg was felt it earlier. It doesn't go as high. Interesting. Keep anchoring, pulling the leg bone into the hip. Might lean back a little bit. Try to keep your standing leg straight if you can. Try to pull that pinky edge of the foot a little more. Breathe. And release it down. Okay, you're going to spin back around. So your right hand's on the wall. A little different this time. Everyone will choke up. So you're going to loop this, the left hand. It's going to reach a little bit down the strap. So you kind of have to bend over just a little bit. And then when you lift up, what you're going to do is you're going to try to get the strap on the inside of the leg as you bend the knee. So my knee's outward a little bit. Now if I need to adjust, you can. This might be the pose. Using an imaginary wall here on your right side if you're mirroring with me. And I'm going to kick the foot out on the diagonal. Any amount. Breathe. So you might lengthen that strap so that you could get the leg straight, if possible. Then rebend the knee, unhook the strap, and release the foot. So you keep your posture. Yes. Spin if you're going to use the wall. You have to bend a little bit to choke up with the strap. Try to keep that strap on the inseam of the knee. Inhale, lift up. And choke up again, whatever feels right. You gotta kind of feel out for your body. You're pushing, kicking on the strap, the pulling on the strap. Pull with the arms, kick with the foot. Equal as you start to extend the leg out any amount. Breathe. Bend the knee, remove the strap, release. Good job. Toss the strap off to the side. Turn the toes in just a little bit so your feet are like a box on the outside. And depending on your hips, they might even be slightly pigeon-toed. I think maybe hips distance apart, but everyone's got to kind of feel what feels right here where the leg meets the hip. Then you're going to bend your knees so the knees touch. So it's like your knees are collapsing in. It's a weird sort of thing to think about. Like, why would I want to do this? But it's great. You release the outer hips, build inner thigh strength. Lots of this posture. And you try to squeeze evenly with both knees. And just relax. Think about the cow energy again. You're just letting the bones and the muscles of the legs support the pose. Skeleton and the muscles of these big thigh muscles support the pose. You want your head be a little heavy, like you're resting your head on a wall. Holding, you might go a little deeper. Not by force, just by the nature of gravity and this pose. Being present. Extend legs straight. Get the outer feet parallel if they're not already. And bow forward. Breathing long, deep breaths. Slowly lower down towards cat shape. Active cat. Let the knees touch the earth. You're going to separate the feet. Sit back. Sitting in between the heels. Or sitting on a prop in between the heels. Close your eyes and try to think about your spine like a perfect spire, lifting up from the bowl of the pelvis, out through the crown. Gently slide the left hand down the outer right leg as you twist. Let's try the other side. Back to center. Place the palms in the lap. Turn face up. Just try to take a few more quiet, deep breaths, resting in the shape of the body. Feeling the sensation of the posture. Slowly let your head start to hang forward, like you're turning your spine into a candy cane shape, lengthening the back of the neck. Allow the chin to drop towards the chest, the chest to sink down towards the belly. Continue to drop forward so your hips come up out of the pose. Cross your ankles as you sit back. Let your legs just kind of hang out there in front of you, whatever feels natural to your joints. Rest your rest your arms on your legs. And hang again like you were a puppet that someone stopped puppeteering. And they just kind of dropped you and you're just kind of sitting there like Woody from Toy Story. But feel the experience. More deep breaths. Just try to relax. And slowly rock back. Press the back bit by bit into the mat. And take up your left knee as you twist to the right. Pull back to center. Bring up the opposite knee and switch sides. Back to center. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms out. Make your body nice and long.
Reach the hands one way, reach the feet another. Try to make the front of the body and the back of the body equally as long. Stretching and lengthening. Forget to breathe. Relax the effort right in place. Time stretch and lengthen. Stretch and lengthen. Front and back even. And then relax in place. Stretch your body and roll to your side. Press up to a comfortable seat. Namaste.